How to make an EFT payment. BTerrell SmartEFT Manager is a proprietary tool developed by the BTerrell Group that allows the client to do electronic fund transfers to all of their vendors, both domestic and international. It is currently the only EFT product integrated with Sage Intacct that is able to make EFT payments from any international bank. BTerrell SmartEFT is fully integrated with Sage Intacct functionality. It looks and works just like Intacct. We'd like to quickly go over the steps that we will be following to make an EFT payment, just so you can see an overview of what we'll be showing you today. This is the BTerrell SmartEFT Manager workflow we would like to show before we start the process. Outside of the process, your bills are created in Accounts Payable module within the Sage Intacct. To start the process of making payments from BTerrell SmartEFT, you must first add desired payments to your outbox using Sage Intacct's native Pay Bills module. From there, you move into the SmartEFT Manager module to create an EFT request. That request can then be approved. The next step is to generate the EFT file. You can then download that file and transmit it to your bank. Once the bank confirms that they've received the file, you can come back into the SmartEFT Manager module and post the payment. OK, now let's actually walk through this process in the Sage Intacct. As we mentioned before, the process begins with the Sage Intacct's native Pay Bills module, where you will select the bills that you want to pay. On the home page, go to the Applications drop-down menu, Accounts Payable module, Pay Bills. Before selecting bills to pay, first apply filters. You can use pre-made filters such as the due date range or vendor range, or you can create your own custom filter here. We will select the one we created for this video. It is created based on one specific vendor, Vendor 01. There are two required filters with the red asterisks on this page. They are Bill Currency and Bank. For this demo, we will select USD for the currency and SVB operating for the bank. But beyond those two required filters, we recommend that you should always select a payment method, which for this exercise will be Record Transfer. Then click the Apply filter box, and that will bring up all possible bills. You can select as many bills as you need by checking the checkboxes on the left side of the bills. Then click the Add to Outbox button. This brings you to a detail screen where you can review your choices. The memo and document number fields are optional for internal use. Make sure you hit Save to add them to your outbox. After that, you will get a notification at the top of your screen stating whether the addition was successful, and your outbox payments will now have an updated total. Now we have successfully added the bill to the outbox, we will then move from the Sage Intacct's native Pay Bills module to the SmartEFT Manager module to create an EFT request for the bill. To create an EFT request for a specific bill, go to the drop-down menu, EFT Manager module, EFT Request, click the Add button next to the EFT request, then click Leave in this text box. That will bring you to the screen where you can filter through all the payments in your outbox. We suggest you use the User Filter and EFT Bank to filter your payments. There are two options for the User Filter: All Outbox, which will pull the outbox of all users, and My Outbox, which will only pull your outbox. For this video, we will use My Outbox. Then, in the EFT Bank field, select the same bank we used earlier, which was SVB operating. After you select the bank, the currency and checking account fields will be automatically populated. Now click View Payment Request to apply the filters. Then it will bring you to the screen where you can view the selections. Choose the payments you would like to make by checking the checkbox on the left side. You are also required to choose a processing date in this screen. It can be today or in the future. The description is optional, but you can put anything you like so that you can easily find it in later steps. Make sure to hit Save to create the EFT request. Then click OK in this message box. Then it will bring you back to the EFT Request screen, and you can see now that your request has a status of Approval Pending. Now we have created an EFT request for the bill successfully, the next step will be approving the EFT request we just created. After we create an EFT request, a notification will be sent by email to the designated approver saying that there is a pending approval for EFT request. The approver will log in to the Sage Intacct homepage, go to the Applications drop-down menu, EFT Manager module, Approve EFT Request. This brings them to a screen that shows all pending approvals. The approver can click the name of the EFT request on the left side to view the details of each request. Click Approve or Decline action on the right side to approve or decline the request. Then click OK in this message box. Once the EFT request is approved, the creator of the request will get a notification by email stating that their request has been approved. If we go back to the EFT Request screen, you can see that ours now has a status of Ready to Process. Now the EFT request we created has been successfully approved, we will move to the next step, which is generating the EFT file. To generate the EFT file, go to the drop-down menu, EFT Manager module, Generate EFT File. This brings us to a screen that shows all EFT requests that have the status of Ready to Process. Again, the user can click on the EFT request name to view the details of the request. Click Generate File on the right side for the appropriate request. Then click OK in the text box. You can click Download in this message box to take you back to the EFT request screen, where ours now has a hyperlink available for download. Or click OK and go back to the EFT request screen manually to find the hyperlink for download. Click the link to download the file and upload it through your bank online portal. The downloaded file will look like this. The bank will notify you once they confirm that they've received the file. Now we can move to the last step of the process, which is posting the payment. To post the payment, go to the drop-down menu, EFT Manager module, Post Payment. Click Post on the right side to post the payment. Click OK in this message box. For multi-currency, a message box will show up for you to enter the actual settlement amount. Now the payment has been successfully posted, and if we go back to the EFT request screen, you can see that ours now has a status of Posted. We have completed the entire process of creating, processing, approving, and posting an EFT payment using the BTerrell SmartEFT Manager. Thank you for watching.